In this video, we'll be learning about the power rule for differentiation. Now, we start with this formula at the top of the page here, which is the simple power rule. We're told that if a function f of x equals to x to the power of n, then its derivative f dash of x equals to n times x to the power of n minus 1. Now, this is known as the power rule, and let's see how it can be used to differentiate powers of x. So let's get started. Let's say, for instance, we're given the function f of x equals to x squared, and we're asked to differentiate this function. Well, using this power rule, we can go right ahead and state that the derivative, f dash of x, equals to 2 times x to the power of 2 minus 1, which leads us to 2 times x to the power of 1. And remember, x to the power of 1 is just x, so we can finish here and say that f dash of x, the derivative function, equals to 2x. And we're done. Let's look at another example. Let's say, for instance, we're asked to differentiate the following. Y equals to x to the power of 4. Well, again, here this is a simple power of x, and we can use the power rule again. And so differentiating this function, we can go right ahead and write dy dx equals to 4 times x to the power of 4 minus 1, which leads us to the answer dy dx equals to 4 times x to the power of 3. Now, more often than not, we'll actually see the power rule in another format, and that's the following. We'll often see this. If f of x equals to a times x to the power of n, then f dash of x equals to n times a times x to the power of n minus 1. Now, the only difference with the first formula we saw here is that we've added this a, and a is just a number multiplying the x to the power of n. Now, let's see how we can use this formula. Let's say, for instance, we're asked to differentiate the following. F of x equals to 3 times x squared. Well, using this formula, we can go ahead and differentiate and say that f dash of x, the derivative, equals to 2 times 3x to the power of 2 minus 1, which leads us to 6 times x to the power of 1. And remember, x to the power of 1 is just x, so we can go ahead and state that the derivative function, f dash of x, equals to 6x. And there we go, we've just differentiated this function. Let's look at one more example. Let's say we're asked to differentiate y equals to 7x cubed. Well, once more, we can see that this is just a power of x being multiplied by a number, in this case 7. And so we can go ahead and use this power rule and state that dy dx, the derivative, equals to 3 times 7 times x to the power of 3 minus 1. This leads us to dy dx equals to 21 times x squared. And there you go. That's the power rule for differentiation.